Chris here at the Rockabilly Customs channel, and I got a surprise for y'all guys that I just got in from UPS, aka Santa Claus. Wha-bam! There's Speedway Motors. So y'all might know what's in this, so let me do an unboxing and kind of show you what I finally got. Boom, get the scissors. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's my first thing I got from Speedway Motors. Okay, so and I'm so excited. This is so cool. My first item towards the project, the Maverick. We'll open up like this. Okay, so first one is Speedway Motors, their muscle car magazine. So it's going to have everything in here related to muscle cars, different Chevy, Ford, Mopar. So that's awesome. So it's a 2021 catalog from last year. My stickers, Speedway Motor stickers, they're 100% going on the car. My invoice, and this is the streetcar catalog. So from last year, so hot damn. And that's it. All right, now for the big one. Okay, so we already see it. Okay, so this is my complete from headlight to tail light plus extra wiring harness. So it's going to go in full detail of this whole car, of what every freaking wire does. So you're right here. This is your ignition plug. Right here, yeah, ignition, signals, radios, and heater. Tells you what goes to what. Like 28G, which is a black wire. That's going to horn, relay, ground. Horn, button, ground to horn, relay, trigger. So that's what's cool. And also you come out here. This one's radio. This one's clock, bat. I got to see exactly what that means. CB radio, heater and AC feed line. So I guess that might be what turns the AC on. But this is a 22 circuit wiring kit. They had it marked down from 263 down to 202. Then I added a $10 coupon to it, a discount code, knocked it down to 192. So this is what's awesome. Right foot lamp, right front foot, right front trigger or turn lamp, left front turn lamp, front left park lights, coil to tack, 12-volt ignition switch, wipers, and they're color coded too. So really cool. And then get down here. This is, I don't know. Oh, this is the ignition connector for a GM harness or a GM ignition switch. So other connectors, a bunch of butt connectors, flashers, different other connectors, fuses. That's cool. And this is alternator, starter, headlight, ground wiring kit. So cool. This is, well, I see the dimmer switch for the kick panel. Yeah, dimmer switch. Well, this whole thing's a dimmer switch, I guess. Or maybe it gives two different options for dimmer switches. As you know, my Maverick is the floor or the floor one where you hit it with your foot. So that's what's going to go in it. This is the main harness. See, what I like about it is, actually, let's cut this thing open. Okay, so looking at this, it, like I said, looks just like a GM setup. So, which basically, that's what it is, except for it don't have no ends on it. So, it does have a couple of connectors, nothing major. I think that's what's for the ignition too, right there. But yeah, it's a universal setup, and it is designed to do anything and everything of your car, plus if you add aftermarket AC and heater, or power windows, power locks, aftermarket stereo system, not your big amp setup, but a aftermarket radio requires more wires, it does that. Just different things like that. And I don't know, maybe this has the wires for the speakers too, like 6x9s and stuff. I do not know. So, but I love it. I do like the two mounting spots for the bolts to go through to mount it to something, like to the firewall, or if I make a little panel inside the engine bay or whatever. So I'm not cutting this thing open yet. But yeah, I see a relay in there, two flashers, some connectors, which it said most of these connectors are going to be GM setups. So it did say that. Oh, I see. There are two dimmer switches in here. This one's your pull style, kind of like, I think the Impala setup like that. And this one is the floor setup, which I know there's a lot of vehicles out there with the kick panel dimmer switch. So that's cool. And like I said, this is for your alternator, starter, headlights. So this will be on the front end. And this is, say, ground, during crank only, start, spare ignition, accessory, ignition. So yeah, this is the ignition switch. They told me that the connector that will fit a GM steering column. So cool. Different connectors, which is going to go, or yeah, that goes into those plastic deals. So now, what I was talking to the gentleman at Speedway, one of their techs that you can talk to, they did say this. Okay, since I don't just cut wire and solder it all together to make sure I keep the plugins. Okay, there. That is my old wiring from the Maverick. And what the gentleman told me is what I can do is come down here and cut these plugs off. That's why I have this one done. Like, this is heater. I can cut the plug off and then wire that plug to the harness, and then I could be able to just plug it right in to the car. Now, heater, I'm not gonna necessarily need that wire because I'm getting an aftermarket heat and AC system from Vintage Air. So that might be like a universal custom setup. But as far as like my pigtails here, just cut them back here and wired it into the harness. So now looking at this, its quality, I think they're good. The wires look like normal set wiring like you'd find on any modern vehicle. Like the thickness, especially as your power wire right there. It seems like none of it's nicked. It seems like it's put together really nicely. One thing it did say, every 6 inches it will label it And let's see if this will pick it up. Can't tell. Doesn't look like it, but that says 101 clock battery. So it's down on the ground. 101. Here's 107. You'll just come through here and find 101 clock battery. So you find out what clock battery goes to. Probably like it says clock, if you have a clock in your car. Boom. But if you don't, you won't use the wire. We'll just make sure it's dead. Alternator ignition. It's going to take a little bit. This is nothing like for your thinking you don't know what you're doing and you're just going to jump into it. No, don't do this. It's going to take a little bit to actually figure this out. It's going to take some tools, wire strippers, soldering gun, heat shrink, a test light, an ohm meter, stuff like that to find out where your power, where your ground is, to make sure everything's good. Because my God, if you don't get something right and you send a power to the ground, this thing could go up in flames. And then after the car is completely built, you'd hate to see your car go in flames, just burn to the ground in front of your eyes after you spent so much money and so hard work on trying to get it to where you want it to be. So that's why it says, if you don't know what you're doing, do not try to tackle this by yourself. So, and you bet your sweet little ass, I am not going to just jump into this and just start hooking things up. It's going to take a little bit to actually get this set up. Someone must be walking down the street or at alley. So, but okay guys, that was just a short little video of unboxing this wiring harness. So if I added the unboxing and installing it, this video might not come out for another month. So, but yeah, so the fact I unboxed it now, yeah, well, if y'all want to see this thing wired up and actually working, then tune back in when I do upload that. And the way you're going to know is hitting that notification bell and subscribing to this channel. So, okay guys, get out of here. First thing for the Hot Rod Power Tour and the restoring of the Maverick, done. Wiring harness. So, okay guys, get out of here. Have a good one. Bye-bye.